Hey guys, this is Fangs VA here, coming at you with a bit of a video I never expected to make on this channel. Um, I'm just going to jump straight to the point here. We lost someone very near and dear to the anime community and the Dragon Ball community, and he has inspired so many different things.
Oh, yeah.
Um, Even with us, Sonic fans, Super Sonic is basically a tribute to Super Saiyan. And with me saying that, yesterday we got confirmation that legendary manga creator Akira Toriyama passed away. He was 68. He passed away from,
Subdural Hinotama.
yeah, which from what Mizu told me, it's a bad way to go.
Oh, yeah.
Um, and also I want to also say this. This video isn't monetized. I do not want to profit off of someone's passing. I did the same thing for Takahashi. I did the same thing when I pretty much did an update recently where I, talked about my mom passing away. I didn't monetize that either.
Yeah, that. I know some people might try doing that, but not a lot of people will.
I am very honorable, even if this video does get like a crap ton of views. I'll take the hit. I'll make I'll make up the money on
Yeah.
in a video that I actually want to record and I'm proud of. Granted, I want to record this video to discuss how much this man has inspired me and brought me so much joy in my life with his creations. So, yeah. I'm sorry if my English is a bit off.
It's
I'm
okay.
still I'm still kind of in shock by all of this, especially
As a lot of people are.
especially since considering the fact that we're also coming up to 5 months since my mom passed away. I never expected this to happen, so that might be why I'm maybe a little bit more emotional than I would have been.
Which is very understandable.
But I don't want to make this all about me. So let's get down to it. Akira Toriyama, in my opinion, if I had to give him a nickname, he is literally the father of modern anime
And manga.
and manga. Well, anime and manga. You can see his influence in so many different creations in Japan. I mean, Naruto, you
Yeah.
know,
Even Pokemon.
Bleach, yeah, Pokemon, Bleach. Even though that Bleach also takes inspiration from Yu Yu Hakusho, but Yu Yu Hakusho also takes inspiration from
From.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah. There was even a few references thrown in there, too.
Um, I mean, heck, heck, like Dragon Ball Super paid a little bit of a homage to Yu Yu when like Goku basically did a spirit gun.
Oh, yeah, that's. You know what? I didn't even realize that. Yeah, it did. I didn't even realize that.
He is basically the Walt Disney, George Lucas of, well, I'm not going to call him the Walt Disney of anime or manga because I forget about the guy that created Astro Boy.
Yeah, yeah.
He's basically the Walt Disney of anime and manga. Akira Toriyama, to me, he's the George Lucas of anime and manga.
Yeah, you know what? That makes more sense. I agree with this.
And that's a perfect comparison because both Star Wars and Dragon Ball are very popular in so many different countries.
This is very
It is,
true.
it is a it is a phenomenon with how popular those two series are.
Mm-hmm.
And did he not only did he create Dragon Ball, he did Doctor Slump, which was his first successful manga. Then he did Jocko, you know, the Galactic Patrolman, which was basically a Dragon Ball prequel series. You know, of course, that was we didn't know. A lot of people probably didn't know
Know
that,
that, yeah.
and or maybe they did. I don't know.
I mean, it's a possibility.
I know that for me, I didn't realize it was a Dragon Ball prequel manga until the last chapter they did, where there's Dragon Ball minus, and I just remember being angry that they retconned Bardock and his look because it's like, you know, Bardock,
The Bardock we know.
yeah, but that's definitely something that a lot of people always point out, that Akira Toriyama always forgets certain things, and
Yeah.
sometimes people tend to be a bit too harsh with him on that in the community. Even I can be a bit too harsh on him with that because it's like, well, how can you forget that you already had Bardock in the manga, and then you just made this new take on him, which is interesting because Bardock and Gine are basically paralleling Superman's mom and dad.
Pretty much, yeah.
Um, but he also worked on video games. He did the art for Chrono Trigger and Dragon Quest.
Which are amazing games.
Yeah, they are.
Uh,
Dragon Quest is yet again something that that he had his personal touch on, that became this big thing because, but believe it or not, in Japan, it's not Final Fantasy that is the top RPG series.
no, it's Dragon Quest.
It's Dragon Quest.
It's literally Dragon Quest. Everybody goes crazy for Dragon Quest.
There's a freaking Dragon Quest cafe, if that says anything.
I remember correctly, there's also a Dragon Quest store somewhere in Japan, too.
That wouldn't shock me.
I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll have to fact check myself.
I think it's time that we jump into how we first got into Dragon Ball.
You go first.
For me, it was actually friends at school. Now, I can't remember if I got into it because of Ryan, his brother, or that it was people at my school that got me into it. I think it might have been people at my school that got me into it originally. I can't really remember. I just know that it was
It was
one
some.
of those two options.
Yeah.
And I remember, I went to his birthday party, and lo and behold, they had Dragon Ball Budokai,
Oh.
the first one.
Ooh.
And I was so... Ever since I saw that game, I wanted it. And I ended up getting it.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
I watched Dragon Ball on TV when it was on. Granted, when I got into Dragon Ball, it was right when, they were at the Buu Saga. So, I never caught it way early on, like what you did.
Yeah.
So, even though growing up I loved Dragon Ball, I never had any ways to fully watch it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that mangas existed at the time either. Or else I probably would have picked up.
Same. I didn't know mangas existed until I got into high school.
I didn't know until like my early teenage years.
Yeah. Same here. Like I said, high school.
But what really helped me understand the story of Dragon Ball, well, at the time I thought I understood it because back then, a lot of the games used the English dub and they used a lot of the English dubbing words. So like instead of the Makin Kosapol, it was the Special Beam Cannon, the Gekidama, the Spirit Bomb. Um, the Kamehameha has always been the Kamehameha, even in both versions. But according to the Big Green Dub, every single freaking thing is the Kamehameha.
Yes, everything's a Kamehameha.
So the video games helped me be able to
kind of piece things together.
Yeah. Granted, I did miss a few things, but they did do a pretty good job, like recapping the whole story.
Oh,
at least
yeah.
the important parts. And after that, I got some Dragon Ball merch. I got into the Dragon Ball GT card game a little bit. I had the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks figure, which I ended up giving to Rai. Which I do plan on getting me another one, because that's one of those things that looking back on it, I'm like, I shouldn't have done that, but I'm not one of those people that's like, I don't.
Yeah.
And plus, to be honest, I doubt that figure is that expensive to get again.
How we done? Yeah, same. Honestly.
So yeah, that's pretty much my origin story.
My origin story is, you know how children like randomly flicking through the channels when they get their own TV for the first time.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I came across the Ocean Dub of Dragon Ball.
What episode was it on? Do you?
I think I remember it was in the middle of the Saiyan saga.
Ah.
Yeah.
So you basically had Goku sounding like this.
Yeah, and then the whole Vegeta referencing Goku's dad as a scientist. Yeah.
My father was a crummy warrior, but he was a brilliant scientist.
Yeah, I got to experience that line.
And then you see Father Goku, and then you're like, that Vegeta freaking lied.
Yeah, it's like, Vegeta freaking lied. What the heck? He wasn't a brilliant scientist. Hold up. Vegeta, you liar.
Yeah, that's something I miss and don't miss about early English dubs of anime.
True, very true. But yeah, I got to experience the Ocean Dub first. Now, let me tell you, that was something to experience as a child.
Yeah, I bet you that made your mouth drop, probably seeing how fast and brutal the action was.
It did, because I grew up on cartoons that weren't really violent, and then I came across Dragon Ball. That completely changed after I came across Dragon Ball.
Yeah. So, what was your first video game experience?
I think my first video game experience was literally the Tenkaichi games.
Ah, yes. Ironic that we're getting a new one.
I know. And it looks...
Can't wait.
It looks amazing.
Oh, it looks fresh.
It looks so good.
Yeah, but what happened was, I got heavily into Naruto, and that became my favorite anime for the longest time. And basically what happened was, eventually I got back into Dragon Ball. I don't know how it happened.
But it just happened.
It just happened.
It just happened.
And then I was curious because I just got my first smartphone. And I was like, you know what? Is there any Dragon Ball?
This is how you introduced yourself to Dokkan, isn't it?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I downloaded Dokkan, played it. I thought that it was cool. I didn't understand at the time that this is a gacha game. So, like, if you use stones on the summons, you're not guaranteed the character. Now, again, a lot of people may be like, wait a second, you're guaranteed a freaking SSR. It's like,
Doesn't mean you
look,
get the character.
okay, all you new Dokkan players, you guys have it easy.
Yeah, when I saw videos of how Dokkan used to be back in the day, yeah.
Okay, we have it easy. You know, we have all the various combinations of, combination characters that mean something. We have the guaranteed animations, like
Yeah,
Zeno.
Zeno, depending on which fusion.
Uh, that's not a that's not guaranteed
On certain
featured.
on certain banners.
No, it's not.
And it's not? I thought it was. Okay, never mind.
No,
I take it back.
no. Fusion, the fusion quote unquote only counts when you have a rewind to where
Well,
Elise
yeah.
rewinds time back, and
Yeah.
then Vegeta Blue comes
I
out.
think that's what I was thinking of.
So basically, you have Zeno, the rewind, and then the rift.
Yeah.
And
But back in the old days, you didn't have that.
all you had was luck and hope that you get the rare Shenron animation.
Wait, Shenron used to be an animation? Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dokkan's really improved since back then.
They kind of had to because a lot of newer gacha games make it easier for people to get the new characters.
That is true. I
Plus,
can
to be honest,
attest to this. Looks at Gurren Lagann.
Plus, yeah, I gotta get back into that. But basically, they had no choice. They literally had to adapt.
They had,
the game
yeah. But I'm glad that they did because some of the character animations that they have now for the cards in the game look literally out of the anime.
Yeah. So before we get back to gushing about Toriyama and Dragon Ball, let me pretty much explain to you how the old animations went. There was 3 separate animations. Saiyan pods. Saiyan pods were random animations that would appear at the beginning of a summon. Any number of pods from 0 to 10 could appear on the screen, with 7 pods guaranteed an SSR character. Hercule was another random animation that would appear at the beginning of a summon. Hercule would appear either on the right or left side, and it was pretty much speculated that Hercule showing up on the left side would often be a sign of a higher rarity card. Shenron was an incredibly rare animation with the chance of it appearing being only 0.12%. It used to guarantee an SSR character.
Good lord.
So yeah, most of the time when I see people diss Dokkan and the summoning rates, I often wonder if they haven't played since the old animation days.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering as well.
But yeah, what happened was I kind of, I deleted the app, and then what brought me back in was the fact that I re-downloaded the game, and then I saw that they had AGL Vegito.
Oh, is it that one AGL Vegito? I think it is.
It's the original Dokkan Fest
Yeah,
AGL Super
yeah,
Vegito.
Yeah, that one.
And I ended up pulling him, and then I noticed that they had a Gogeta. Well, here's the thing: I've always been more of a Gogeta fan than a Vegito fan, but I love both basically equally.
You like both equally, so.
Um, and then what happened was some banners irritated me because I was free to play. I didn't go pay to play yet. I mean, I did buy stones from time to time. I bought stones for the second anniversary.
How did your
Um,
summons go for that, by the way?
oh, I got both units.
Let's go.
And then for the download celebration, which was GT themed, I got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Shenron.
Ooh.
Yeah. And yes, for all those people, that was when they did not release the leader skill update yet. All you had was a question mark where the leader skill was.
I forgot they didn't even have the leader skills back then.
Well, oh, here's the thing. On JP, when that card came out, the leader skills was in the game. Global didn't have that update yet. So
Oh, so
everywhere,
Japan was ahead of.
yeah, they were
Oh,
really ahead.
they were super ahead. Holy.
Um, Super Saiyan for Gogeta and Shenron, Fizz Omega Shenron, just had a bunch of question marks on their leader skill because we didn't have that update yet.
Dang.
Luckily, they've learned from that, and now basically they don't mind giving us a new a new category that JP had for like about a month or two early on global. I mean, they did that with the tech Go Bros,
Yeah.
where that introduced Goku's family, and then they also did that actually not too long ago with the Fizz Rose, where they introduced super bosses to global. But once the two games sync up, we won't have to worry about that anymore. Now, will we?
That is true. We won't have to worry about
And I
that
just
anymore.
and I just now realized the wait between the the ninth anniversary on global to the first 10th anniversary that we're going to share with JP. That's going to be a short freaking wait.
Oh my god, you're right. Oh.
That's going to be a change of pace.
Very much so. I get the funniest feeling people are going to be playing Global a lot more because of that.
It really depends on people's boxes. Some people may feel like if they have all the units on JP, looking at you, Truth, looking at you, Nano. But I think because of this, I could see maybe people jumping on to global a bit more and maybe doing
Yeah,
more
most
summons on.
definitely. Yeah.
But anyways, back to the topic at hand.
Yush.
Even though technically we were still
We were still on topic, but yeah, I get what you mean.
So I ended up just really getting into Dragon Ball, and then at first the newer stuff didn't interest me originally. So I never saw Battle of Gods. I never saw Resurrection F. I basically only saw them in the actual anime when they
Oh, so that's
yeah.
how. Okay.
And so like while everyone else in the Dragon Ball community was complaining about that, there's me experiencing these stories for the first time, but recently watching them, I prefer the movies.
That is understandable.
Which is why I'm thinking when we rewatch Super, I might just have us go ahead and just watch the two movies and then just skip.
Oh yeah, skip all those episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
100% agree with you on that one.
and and then of course you know, I tried watching Dragon Ball Z Kai.
I
You guys got to remember, like, I wasn't that big into watching TV. Ironically enough, it's actually because of Mizu that I've been watching more TV than I ever have been.
Hi.
Um, so, however, when we got Super finally in the dub, this was when I was still
uh,
a dub fan.
uh,
I watched it every Saturday. I would record the episode if I ended up not watching it on Toonami. I would watch it the next day during the morning during breakfast, which, which was kind of nice for me because it was basically like watching what.
no, I think I'm just remembering a certain part in Super of a certain song that got kind of botched.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
uh,
And however, I what made me drop the Devil Super was that a certain controversy happened. Yeah,
yeah, but we ain't gonna get into that.
yeah. But I did see Dragon Ball Super Broly in theaters. That was sick.
Lucky. I couldn't go see it in theaters unless I went out of state.
And I also saw Superhero in theaters.
Which, again, I also couldn't see unless I went out of state.
No, you could have. You told me that you could have because your theater.
Oh, yeah, because that theater actually got it, but I wasn't able to go.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Which made me
Well,
happy.
no. Well, no. What happened was, at first you thought it was closed, but then someone told you that it was open, and that it was renovated.
Yeah.
And by that point, for some certain reason, it's like your dad kind of knew, and then
Yeah, we. Yeah, it's just I got fooked over.
yeah, because for some certain reason that was when you got very busy.
Yeah. Anyways.
Um. But yeah, the the Nate Wants a Battle cover of the Ultra Instinct theme.
uh,
Talk about someone that was not really wanting to record that song. You could tell by his performance.
yeah.
And it was a bad cover.
It was really bad.
And normally Nate does a good job of singing, but that one, I was like, keep in mind, I saw the freaking Japanese one without subs.
Yep.
And let me tell you, seeing Ultra Instinct for the first time, oh my, that was, oh.
It was good, but.
And here's me hyping up dub fans. That just you wait, it's going to be sick. And then I saw
then
the
the
episode
dub comes out.
Because if I remember correctly, I did get people hyped for that.
Yeah, you did. Even me, because at the time I was still watching dub where I was so used to the dub. And then it got ruined.
Yeah, and and even now, I'm collecting Dragon Ball merch. I mean, right in front of me is my SH Figure Arts, Gogeta Blue and Vegeta Blue. Which the Vegeta Blue is from Mizu.
Hi.
And I also have a Zamasu that goes with him, but I need to get the merged Zamasu unless you.
I believe I did get that one.
Okay, but the Gogeta Blue was something that my parents bought for me because I think we had to return something, and then I ended up getting that.
Yeah.
And
plus there's also that cool Fusion Reborn Gogeta statue we have.
Oh yeah, that's sick. Which can we please get a regular SH figure arts of that one, please?
Please and thank you. I would love to have SH figure arts of that one.
And I do know eventually we'll probably will get a SH figure arts of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta since they already did Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta.
That is true. They did.
Which yes, guys, we have both of those.
Yush.
Um,
I've been making sure to
what
keep up to date with that.
and you know, Toriyama has even inspired me to write my own stories. That's actually why I want to do my own show. He is one of my many inspirations when it comes to that.
Yep,
My other,
he's inspired a lot of people.
you know, the other inspirations of mine is Walt Disney, George Lucas, and Monty, which
Rest in peace.
rest in peace. He's Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
I guess since I brought that up, I guess we can say our quick opinion about that.
It just sucks.
It sucks. It doesn't shock me that this happened. There were so many warning signs. I just hope people end up getting new jobs and all that.
Same. All honesty, same.
And hopefully Ruby continues in some form.
Or fashion, somehow.
But if it doesn't, that's fine because, that will give us, the fans, the ability to maybe do our own thing.
You have a point there.
But anyways, Toriyama casted this wide net with his creation. And this year is the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball.
It's also the year of the dragon, too.
Yeah. And he passes away. This was a year of celebration. And granted, it still is.
But just now, sucks.
It does suck. I never expected that 2024 was going to start like this.
In all honesty, same.
It's just we're going to have to start celebrating everything, which is why I'm going to get into his other creations. I'm going to get into that Sandland.
Oh, yeah, that I really want to get into as well.
I want to get the game. I want to see the movie. I want to read the manga. I want to get into Dr. Slump. Because I appreciate the chaoticness.
Yeah. Especially when Arale makes random appearances in Dragon Ball.
Yes. I appreciate to Crow, to Vegeta, this is why you never fight a gag manga character.
The fact that they had him say that in Super, I couldn't.
Which means, bro, are you serious? Bro, are you secretly a freaking otaku?
He has to be in order to know that. In order for Vegeta to know that, he has to be.
And, it's... I don't want to be a downer with what I'm about ready to say, but it's the truth. When you have eventually all of our heroes are going to be gone.
Sad but true.
However, the legacy they left behind
shall forever continue.
Their names are in the history books. Everyone is going to know who
they are.
Everyone's going to know who Akira Toriyama is. People are going to remember who Kazuki Takahashi is. everyone's gonna remember who Walt Disney is. Everyone's gonna hopefully remember who Matium is. I'm
Yeah,
hoping
I'm
because that
hoping for
man,
that as well because that man had.
that man was creative. It just unfortunately
Yeah.
with Ruby, there was some misdirection they did with the show. They made some choices that really kind of killed the show for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Um, you know, um, to kind of bring in music, everyone still remembers who Freddie Mercury is. Everyone still remembers who Michael Jackson is. Everyone still remember who John Lennon and George Harrison is. Elvis, Buddy Holly,
Van Halen.
Eddie Van Halen. You know, Eddie Van Halen. It is a freaking hero of mine, and I bawled my eyes out like a baby when he passed away.
Yeah. Which is
And
understandable.
and I almost bawled my eyes out when hearing about Toriyama and Takahashi.
Once again, very understandable considering they both created stuff we grew up on.
Yeah. Oh God. With like Yu-Gi-Oh, I remember watching it in a 3 anime block. It was G Gundam, Yu-Gi-Oh, then Pokemon. And every night I would have my uh, vanilla ice cream with chocolate syrup, and I would just be
God, I
watching anime.
remember doing that too as a kid. Oh, vanilla ice cream chocolate syrup was amazing.
hmm And I also did that when I did watch Dragon Ball. It's these guys and girls. They become part of our lives. So, like, yes, the reason why people get emotional over someone's passing is because they do become part of our life
Yep.
with their creations. We may not know them, but they've made an impact on them. And just like they've made and just like how they've made an impact on us with their art, we made an impact on them because with us supporting them, they're able to achieve everything that they want.
Exactly.
That is, do you guys know that's why I never ever crap on my fans? That's why.
Oh, I'm sorry if you guys start hearing a dog barking in the background. One of the dogs outside are barking.
It's fine. Um,
I know, I'm just apologizing ahead of time.
that's why I never crap on my fans. But I've seen so many other people that I I used to be friends with. And there's one I could name because there's something I've seen in this particular person's server that really,
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about now. Oh boy.
because at the end of the day, they're why we're still able to do this.
This is true. This is very, very true.
So I'm gonna we're gonna start winding this video down, and I'm gonna say this last thing on this. For all you creators that crap talk your fans because because the fact that they're having a hard time adjusting to you making new content, understand that understand that that's like a restaurant taking away their favorite meal, and now because of that, well, you can't really blame them if they don't want to watch
I
your
cheer.
newer stuff.
Yeah.
As humans, we get used to things. So maybe us creators should maybe start being a bit more patient with our fan base.
Mm-hmm.
But to end this, I just want to say thank you so much, Akira Toriyama. Thank you for bringing us all these wonderful creations that you've made. Thank you for filling our lives with great memories, you know, or just, or maybe seeing Goku sacrifice himself to save Gohan and his friends from Cell. You know, that could have been the first time someone could have cried over a freaking anime character dying, you know, from all the great villains you have created over the years, like Frieza, Cell, Boo, you know, Demon King Piccolo.
So many good villains.
And not and not only that, but all the characters that you helped design for the various movies, like Broly. Both versions of Broly.
Yeah, I was about to say both versions of Broly.
Cooler. I think he also had a hand in Janemba, I think. I could be wrong. But I believe he helped draw the concept art for Janemba. I have to look that up.
Fact check yourself later.
And to all of his friends and family, my condolences.
Yeah.
Um, to the anime community, let's keep passing down Dragon Ball to the newer generation, because the reason why One Piece is able to run is because of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Some people can say that One Piece is better than Dragon Ball, but you know what? One Piece wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Dragon Ball.
This is true.
That one transformation, what's his name?
Luffy.
Yeah, yeah. Luffy has now wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Super Saiyan. And even as Sonic fans, you know, Silver wouldn't exist without Future Trunks. Super Sonic wouldn't exist without Super Saiyan.
That is true.
Sonic and Shadow having a very similar rivalry to Goku and Vegeta. The fact that there are seven Chaos Emeralds. It all goes back to Dragon Ball.
Yep.
I want to end this video with a Goku quote.
Oh boy. She's gonna make me cry.
And on.
I was just asking if it was gonna make me cry, depending on what quote you're using.
Probably.
Oh God. Oh.
Okay. This quote comes from the Fusion Reborn movie.
Oh, I already know what they were. Oh boy.
Goodbye, my friend.
Ah, that's when after he gets done talking to Vegeta. Oh. Damn it.
And with that, I hope to talk to you and you know, when it's my time, Toriyama.
Same.
Anyways, guys, Take care. And
Yeah.
rest in peace, Akira Toriyama.
Yeah. See you guys.